Today I want to talk to you about something that's personal to all of us as a human. You know, it's personal in that we just don't really talk about it very often, and that's regret. You know, you've heard people say, I don't have any regrets. I live life to the very fullest. I never look back. And I would challenge you that that is just absolutely not true. Regret is an inevitable part of being a human. We all have regrets. Every decision that we take, every one, involves a trade-off. As simple as lunch. Today, I want a burger, you want Mexican food. It's a trade-off. So the universal human paradox is what if? A few examples of that. You know, what if I had kept up with the daily exercise routine I started 2 years ago? I was going to walk 2 miles a day. What if I'd kept doing it? What if I had really stopped drinking all those sodas? What if I had dated someone else in college? What if I had joined the Army instead of the Air Force? The reason that it's universal is because, you know, as a human being, we can't help but wonder where the path that we did not take would have led us. Let me give you another example, a little more personal. You're on a business trip. You're married. You got a couple of kids. Things are pretty good. You're downstairs at the hotel bar. You're having your burger and your fries, and all of a sudden this beautiful thing saddles up next to you to the bar. You're minding your own business. You strike up this conversation. Y'all got a lot in common. Boy, she's cute too. And then she throws it out there. Do I take the bait? Do I go upstairs? It's a victimless crime. Nobody will ever know. It's a crime of opportunity. It doesn't come along often. Go for it. Live a little. I had a friend that had that happen, and he went upstairs. Decades later, tragically, his wife passed away from cancer, and that one decision, I cannot tell you how consumed he was with regret for having betrayed his love that way. I have 2 daughters. One of them is married and has 2 kids. Great career. The quintessential American family. My other daughter, she decided to not have a family. She wanted to go to college. She loves medicine. She loves to keep somebody alive when somebody else is cutting them. She's been in school since she was about 6 years old. She's 35 now, and she makes a very impressive, well-deserved income. But you can't not, you can't help but wonder. She does. What if I had had a child? What would that child look like? What would their voice sound like? And honestly, I don't have a regret, but I wonder those same things. So that's the paradox of choice. Every decision in our life generally means giving up something else. And as humans, we are wired to think about the road not taken. At our very core, it's what if. But here's the thing. Regret doesn't have to weigh you down. You can't change the past, and some choices do have a greater consequence than others. The prisons around our country are filled with people that have regret, I promise you. And you don't have to be in prison to have regret. But what you can do is you can focus on being grateful and having gratitude for the path that you did take. The man who stayed faithful to his wife can have pride in honoring his commitment. The man who didn't honor his commitment, he regrets his actions, but he can channel that lesson into being a better person moving forward. What you have to understand is that when you're making a decision, at the time that you made it, you had limited information. You have limited resources, and you have zero benefit of hindsight. The choices you make today, a lot of times you'll really not know their full consequences, maybe for years to come. Maybe you're in college and you're thinking, this is not going to work out for me. I know I was that way. I can remember walking across the parking lot at 8:30 at night working on my bachelor's degree. I didn't think I would ever finish. But you know what? I did. And you can too. All you can do is make the best choice with what you know at the time. That's all anybody can ask of you. So in closing, I just want to say that, regret is part of our experience as being a human. It doesn't define you. Life isn't about avoiding regret. It's about embracing it and letting it shape who you are today and who you're going to become in the future. The choices that you have made have brought you to this very moment. If you're not where you want to be, you have the power to change your path. Move the needle just a little bit today. And tomorrow you can move it a little bit more. And every day that you continue to move the needle, you're one step closer. So do what you know is right as often as you can. And maybe you'll live with a little less regret. I'm not asking you to wholeheartedly live your life as I have, because you know what? My life has not been perfect. I am doing this blog for my children. I'm not going to be here forever, and I hope that in the future when they watch it, maybe they can take something from it. As I sit here before you right this second, I am 4 years older than my grandfather. And I'm under no illusions that I'm going to be here forever. Let me tell you, I'm on borrowed time. I've lived a great life. I've made some incredibly bad decisions, and I've made a few really good ones. So I would be remiss if I didn't think that my time on this earth is limited. And what I want to do is I want to try to give back to my children and the young men out there. Maybe you don't have a father figure. I'm not trying to be your dad. All I'm trying to do is maybe give you a little bit of wisdom, because I'm 30 years ahead of you in this race we call life. And I want to kind of tell you where I messed up. And maybe if I had had me to talk to all those years ago, I could have straightened my path quicker. So I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe, though I kind of wish you would, just so maybe we can help more folks. That's the purpose of this blog. I'm Hoppy, and I appreciate you watching.